KnifeDope. More dope. Come and get your fix. What's up, fuckers? Your boy's back with a fresh batch of dope. KnifeDope. That's right, people. The hits don't stop. Do y'all recognize that logo right there? It's front and center on your screen. That is actually the very first logo that we had for the Blade Cartel. Now, if you're not familiar with the Blade Cartel, that is a entity, a stream we do weekly between myself and my partner in crime, Duty Low, Kev from Duty's Daggers. As a matter of fact, he made this logo, and this first batch of stickers was very limited. I think we only had maybe 30 at most. We split them between between him and myself. So if you got one of these, consider yourself very, very lucky. But my guy came up with a new logo for us, and the stickers just touched down today. So here goes the newest logo for the Blade Cartel. I absolutely love it. My boy did a hell of a job. To kind of give you a little bit of history into this, or rather just explain it to you. The condenser unit is representative of myself, along with the welding apparatus being representative of Duty. So Pocket Knife Enthusiast Club, the Blade Cartel, live Tuesday nights, goddammit, on Duty's Daggers. I think that's, what is it, 8:30 Eastern, fucking 5:30 Pacific. So basically, if you want one of these stickers, reach out to your boy, send me an email, and I will gladly get one of these down your way. And then also, let's not forget, we still got the wildly popular bag of dope. So get yourself a bag of dope and a Blade Cartel affiliate sticker. Okay, now we've got a bunch of shit we're going to go over today. Ended up getting 2 knives that I'm going to touch on real quickly. And then we've got 2 knives that came through from the pass around. And so without further ado, let's get to the dope. Now, this purchase was done from a new company, as a matter of fact, first time for me. Let me see what the company's name was. They actually sent me this as well with the knife. It is called Urban Cutlery. I think like Urban Cutlery and Lifestyle or some shit like that. They gave me this for free along with my purchase, some type of bottle opener, you know. I don't use this, but, you know, whatever the fuck. Appreciate it nonetheless. And then we got this. Now, this is actually is a used knife that they had on their website. One that I had always wanted to get. These came out, I think, like in 2022. And at that point in time, I was not prepared to spend this much money on a knife. This is actually one of their exclusives. Now, typically, since that point, I don't give none of my business to Urban EDC. I just feel that they're grossly overpriced. So therefore, I don't buy any of their knives. But this is an exclusive. I ended up getting this through this Urban EDC, or rather Urban Cutlery company. Ended up only having to pay 130 bucks for it. Typically, these run about 240. This is the Baby Barlow. Now, this is a Justin Lundquist design, and I had always loved it, man. Never had a chance to try it. I actually got it over the weekend. When I first got it, it had horrendous action. Disassembled it, and it had some type of, I don't know what the fuck it was, but the bearings were seized up, so I went ahead and addressed that. Absolutely digging it. You know, when I first got it, I was like, oh, hell no, why did I get this? But once I gave it a good spa day, I absolutely am going to be using the hell out of this thing. Single form of deployment, which is this nicely done low pro top flipper. D10 is tuned to perfection. M390 for your steel. Micro blade, we're going to call this a micro knife. Comes in about 5 inches overall, so perfect for, like, you know, opening up some boxes, a couple of envelopes, or just to fidget with. Now, I do have an issue with it, or rather just something that I'm not really digging, and that is going to be the lock bar access. Absolutely horrendous. But I think I've kind of figured it out as far as what I need to do to disengage it. But yeah, I like it, man. I really do. You know, it was very popular when it came out. I know they're out of stock. I don't know if they're going to ever bring it back or what have you. I would have preferred like a titanium version. This is the G10 version. But I really do enjoy Mr. Justin Lundquist's designs, man. But yeah, nice little thing. I do love small knives, people, in case you guys don't know. Just quickly, we'll put up two of my all-time favorite micro knives, or small knives. First up is going to be the iconic Little Native from Spyderco. And then the one that actually got me to fall in love with small knives was this one. Civivi Baby Banter. So we got the Baby Banter and the Baby Barlow. Yep. I'm digging it. Feel I got a good price on it, so there's always that. And that is the Baby Barlow. Now I did it again, people. I did another goddamn re-up. I know. Ended up going out to White Mountain Knives for this one. This is actually a different version of a knife that I had, that I bought, that I modded. Ended up selling it to a buddy of mine, and I kind of regretted it, but you know how I do. I will always make those. I will make things right, goddammit, and I did just that. I ended up going back to the well and got another Chaves kickstop. This time around, though, I decided to go with the full titanium version. Do not know what the hell I was thinking when I first bought this in 2023. I ended up getting the G10 Showside version. Stupid mistake on my part. But here it goes. Love that detent. Love that deployment. Typically, I am not a flipper-only guy, but this kickstop apparatus is fucking money. Now, don't get too used to this, because it will be having to get a set of tits. I just have not decided yet where I'm going to send it to, but I think I have plenty of options. That's for goddamn sure. So now, as far as Chaves goes, this will be my third one in the collection currently. The very first one I got, which is this one right here, which is the Street, still sticking around, even though it really doesn't find the pocket much. And then my most recent one before this kickstop was this beauty right here, which is the RCK9 with the milling pattern there on the Showside scale. Both of these are definitely more closer to my preferred size as far as carry goes. This one's a little bit bigger, just outside my typical sweet spot, but I love it nonetheless. So there we got three badass overbuilt Chaves knives. Absolutely. I'll tell you, I do love these Chaves knives. Granted, I may not carry them the most, but I just love to have them in the collection, you know. Solid knives that are, these are actually OEM by Riot, so, you know, you get what you pay for, goddammit. All right. Now let's get to the main reason for this video, and that is going to be the company I feel is quite possibly has been the most impressive to me from these Chinese OEMs over the last year, and that's going to be Vosteed. Number one, really enjoyed the owner of Vosteed. His name is Yu. Very pleasant gentleman. You know, Vosteed as a brand is so open to feedback. As a matter of fact, they'll do a lot of polls and shit, like where they'll send out polls and have people give suggestions, and you know, not many companies are doing that, or at least not like Vosteed is doing it. And it shows, you know. I think they sell out, pretty much all their models sell out. They usually end up restocking them, but, you know, they sell out. This is one of their newer ones. This one is actually a Jeff Blavell design. He's the guy who gave us the PSYOP, and this is the mini PSYOP. Now, I got to try this out at Blade Show, so this isn't my first time handling it. When I first saw this and first handled it, I felt that this was like a direct competitor for like a Bug Out, or for the Mini Freak. Price point though is quite a bit cheaper than the aforementioned knives I gave you. This one comes in at about $139. Stand by. I'm dropping shit left and right. Comes in at about $139. We've got the single form deployment, which is a nice, I believe that's aluminum. Nice set of blue colored aluminum tits. Same thing with the back spacer. Really digging the carbon fiber. I think it's like a carbon fiber weave, right? That's what we're going with. Now, typically, I'm not a fan of the crossbar locks, but, you know, Vosteed does just like Kaiser does. They give us the adjustable settings for your crossbar lock, so you can dial that bitch in. But nonetheless, this comes in, like I said, 130 bucks. Smaller knife, but I dig it right in my sweet spot. 6.49 inches as far as overall length. I can definitely get all 4 fingers in there and get a full purchase. 2.69 as far as blade length. So if you got those, if you live in any of those communist regions where you have to have a, a sub 3-inch knife, this will definitely do it for you. Nice drop point blade, L-Max blade steel. I don't know what setting they got it on right now, but it's good. No issues as far as that goes. Beautiful satin finish. Nice full flat grind. We've got 98 thousandths for your blade stock thickness. So you already know she's a slicey hoe. Yeah, definitely. You can't go wrong with this, man. You know, great steel, great overall aesthetics. Ergos are there. And I think another goddamn winner from Vosteed. Now let's go ahead quickly and just put a couple of comparisons up. Let's go with the aforementioned Mini Freak. So there you see that side by side. And then lastly, of course, we're going to go with this beauty, the McNeese Mac 2 3-inch rendition. And so there we see the Mini Psyop up against those. I tell you, people, Vosteed is not fucking around, man. They just appear to be getting better and better, you know. This year has been a banger for them. Speaking of the Mini, we got the or rather the original Psyop. So you can see there is quite a bit of difference as far as overall size. And of course, they give us that top liner lock version, or rather locking mechanism on the OG Psyop. Would have loved for them to have done the same thing on the Mini, but hey, fuck it. It is what it is. And then before that, they also gave us this, the Hedgehog, which has grown on me exponentially. My biggest issue was, of course, originally was the micarta. Didn't like it, but it started to absorb some of my natural oils of the hand, and they've gotten better. I would have loved for them to have done a carbon fiber version of this, but I think they also come out in, or rather they are currently available in aluminum, so you never know. But yeah, Vosteed fucking, they've got the recipe, people. They've got the recipe. And speaking of Vosteed, we're gonna just acknowledge all the good shit they've given us this year. They also gave us this one, the top liner lock version of the Raccoon. I think, honestly, this is the best $60 you could possibly spend on a pocket knife. I've got no issues with it. The micarta is different than the micarta on the Hedgehog. And, of course, that locking mechanism. Vosteed has just owned it. You know, once the patent expired from Spyderco, Vosteed was the very first company to give it a shot, and they have dialed that shit in. And, I think it's safe to say that we basically kind of at this point, I think we associate this locking mechanism with Vosteed, which is crazy because Spyderco was the inventor of that. It's on the smock. But for one reason or another, they decided to never use that locking mechanism again. And I think there was a big misstep by them. And now Vosteed has owned it. So we had that one. And then I think the most recent one that I got prior to this one coming over here is this Acorn, which I absolutely fucking love. I hope Vosteed gives us a premium version to this knife. I think it deserves it. And yeah, fucking Vosteed, man. I tell you, goddamn. All right, we got one more from them. This one is a fixed blade apparatus. Now, believe it or not, I've been kind of carrying more fixed blades in my arsenal. And this one's very, very exciting, man. This one came in, I think, at like $69. This one is called the Mink. So you little fucking foxy mink, you. We've got a Kydex sheath taco style. So that's a good thing. It gives you a lower, or rather a smaller footprint. We've got this adjustable clip as well. Great retention. We've got no rattle, and it does fly out. Now, the actual knife itself is also a looker. We've got 7.1 inches as far as overall length, so definitely in the sweet spot. 3.3 inches of it in this nice clip point blade. They are rocking Nitro V for the steel. We've got a bead blasted and stonewash finish. Little baby sharpening choil there. Nice full flat grind. 118 thousandths blade stock thickness. So you guessed it, another slicey hoe. Now we've got frag micarta scales which actually feel goddamn good. You know, when I see this, it kind of makes me wonder why the hell they went with this this type of micarta. I think this is more like a paper micarta, perhaps. But this is like a nice quality quality micarta. Feels great in the hand. Super lightweight carry. I don't have the weight on the actual knife, but with the sheath, you're coming in at 5.1 ounces. Just going to be such a great little knife. I'm gonna have to buy one of these, I think, man. I really do. Let's go ahead and put some fixed blade comparisons up here for y'all. Let's roll with this one first, which is going to be the Spyderco Mule Team. Then we're gonna go with one from Asher, which is the Asher Little Buddy. So there we see those. Let's do two more. God damn it, two more. Now this next one, I don't even know how the hell I got it in my collection, but it's here. This one was the Old Crow. That's a little one. I don't mind. The size on that one's pretty, it's okay. It's more of a 3-finger knife. And then lastly is going to be this one, way back from 2022. And that is coming from Kubi. I don't even know the fucking name of it. I just know that it's a Tonto fixed blade. I bought it and it's fucking here. So there we see the mink up against those. So yeah, mink's got the perfect size. Digging the sheath, digging everything about it. You know, I think I'm probably more impressed with this mink than I am with the mini psyop. Granted, the mini psyop is also a good little knife. I'm not mad at it, but I think as far as money goes, you cannot go wrong with this mink. $69 fucking dollars, people. I mean, come on now. And then of course we had two more knives that have been added to my collection. Number one was going to be the goddamn kickstop Chaves 229, and then the smallest knife in this whole equation, that baby Barlow. Well, there we have it, people. Just a bunch of shit. Shooting the shit with y'all. But more importantly, I want to know what you fuckers think. Tell me all about it. Love you, mean it. Until the next time. Cut something. Cut someone. Just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers.